Hello there, my name is Alicia Sinclair, and welcome to the East Kent Schools Together, the Big Chill. This is an online virtual event which is going to cover a wealth of offerings for you, from mind mapping, sleep hygiene, a yoga class, and creative sessions on how to create time away from your screens for optimal health and vitality. So I really encourage you to make full use of all the resources that are on offer to you during the Big Chill. So let's begin. So my name is Alicia, I'm a yoga teacher. I have been practicing yoga for 15 years, but I specialise and I'm particularly passionate about teen yoga and teaching young people. I love sharing yoga and mindfulness with young people. I just think it's so important. So I'm really excited to be here today and teaching you. So a few practicalities to begin. I thought it'd be a nice idea if you have some plain paper or a notebook, coloured pens, biros, so that if there is anything that resonates that I say, that just really sits with you and you connect with, you can just write it down. So pen and paper would be great. Comfortable clothes, don't have to be yoga clothes, just jogging trousers, whatever you have, just feel comfortable. If you have a yoga mat, that's great, but you really don't need one. Whether it's a wooden floor, carpet, it's fine. You can do yoga anywhere. A bottle of water might be nice, and I suggest that you turn your phone off or put it on Do Not Disturb, or maybe put it in a drawer or put it in another room and just see how that feels after an hour of sort of not being near your phone, which we use so much now. So just take a moment away and just give yourself fully, be really open to this yoga class that I'm going to teach. The theme is on resilience and on adaptability, which we need more now than ever, I think, especially for young people, where you're going through so much at the moment, so many different changes and transitions in all areas of your lives. So I really hope this is a lovely introduction to yoga for you. So just to say, before we do our class, I'm not there with you to physically check that you're okay. Please look after your bodies. That's the first thing. I always say less is more. So if there's a pose you don't want to do, don't do it. Or I will show you a modification. So just be really gentle with yourself. Yoga in essence is about the body, the mind, and the breath, and bringing those three things together. And the breath is a bit like the magic ingredient. It's actually what elevates yoga from other forms of exercise. So it's connecting to your breath, and you're not just physically exercising, you're also mentally completely aware and feeling present during your practice. So that's what yoga is in essence. But just want you to listen to my voice. I've got you, you're safe. Just listen to my voice and we will do the class together. And I just hope you really enjoy it. So just have fun with it. I'm just going to screen share. So this will take about 4 minutes, and then I promise we will do our physical yoga class today. But I just thought it'd be really nice, seeing as the theme is about resilience, to talk about sort of 5 things that I think can really help with learning how to be more resilient. Anyone can be more resilient. It's not something you're born with. It is something that we learn through experience in our lives. So I hope these 5 things will really help you. So let me screen share. And if there is anything on here, once again, that resonates, write it down. Here we are, resilience and adaptability. 5 ways we can build our resilience. So I'll talk you through this. It will just take a few minutes and then we will begin our class. But I would just really like to highlight some things that I really hope will be beneficial for you, that you can take away with you from this session. So number 1, this is fundamental, sleeping well, having good sleep patterns. This is at the heart of our physical and emotional well-being. If we sleep well, we perform better in every area of our life. It increases our concentration and our focus, and we feel more alert and settled and grounded in our bodies and our minds. So sleep is fundamental to our physical and mental health. So really having a good sleep pattern, sort of those few hours before you go to bed. Number 2, learning from our mistakes. So it is okay to get things wrong. It's okay to not get something straight away, whether that is in your school, in exams, in daily life, in relationships. We are always learning. And we actually learn better when we take our time, when we slow down. When we slow down, that's when we see things more clearly, with more clarity. And we can just take a moment, take a breath, and learn from that mistake. And that's how we grow and change and become that best version of ourselves. 3, exercise. Of course, exercise is very good for resilience. Our bodies are made to move, and this is the only body we have, so we have to take care of it. So whether that is walking, cycling, running, dancing, whatever activity you choose, you are looking after your body. And this is about physical health from the inside out. Which is so important. So when we go for a run or we go for a walk, we're looking after our cardiovascular system, our heart, our immune system. And I appreciate it's harder to do sports at the moment. I'm sure you're all missing, whether you do rugby or football or tennis, hockey, netball, group, team sports that are so good for us. So because we can't do those at the moment, we can still go for a walk or hop on a bike or go running or have a dance. But just making time each day to keep well. Number 4 is perspective. So take a step back and see the bigger picture. So often I find when we step out of a situation, it changes our perspective. Often if we let something that's troubling us settle just for a few days, you find that the issue's not so bad. And I also really encourage you to be able to share. If there's ever anyone that you can talk to, a problem shared can be so beneficial in helping you perhaps see a different viewpoint. And how you react to an external response can change the outcome of that response. And I always say soften your response rather than harden to it. And by that I mean be more open, listen, take a step back, and then it may just change your perspective on things. So just taking a moment, but perspective can really help us. And the final one, these are in no particular order, by the way, they're all important. Getting to know yourself. And of course, we do this through yoga. We do all of these through yoga. This one especially. This is fundamental to resilience. Learning how to respond and react to things out of our control. Yoga helps us to be more self-aware and listen to ourselves and find a true sense of self. And at the moment you are growing and changing and learning about yourselves and who you are and your place in this world, and yoga can really help you with that. mindfulness techniques can teach us this. And we are always growing, always changing, as is the world around us. It's always changing. So by understanding that, that can help us connect to ourselves and know that we are always changing, and that's a good thing. So being open to that and learning to embrace, as I call it, your essence, what makes you you and unique and special. So getting to know yourself. So I hope those 5 things were helpful. We are now going to put some of those into practice with our yoga class. So let's begin. If we head to our mat or to the ground, please don't worry if you don't have a mat. It's absolutely fine. And let's begin. So we're going to start in cross leg. So our practice today is about moving, breathing, connecting to ourselves, creating some space to be by ourselves, and just take a moment to really look after ourselves from the inside out. So I really hope you enjoy this session. If there's anything you don't want to do, if there's a certain pose, just don't do it. You can rest, no problem. So just do the bits that you want to, and you can stop for anything that just doesn't feel right in your body. So sitting in cross leg, place your hands on your knees. Lift up tall through the spine. Soften your shoulders away from the ears. Consciously release them. Feel some space through the belly. Relax the belly. Feel open through the rib cage, the lungs, the heart space. Soften the hips, the knees, the feet. And then I want you to draw your chin and soften it towards your heart. And by doing that, it just eases out the back of the neck, the shoulders. And perhaps just noticing how the body feels, or how you're feeling for our practice today. I always say it matters that you notice. Often we go through life at sort of 1,000,000 miles an hour. We're not always in our heads or in our bodies. So yoga just brings us back to our center. So just notice how you're feeling. And then slowly I want you to bring the awareness around to your breath. I want you to notice your breathing. You're not changing it or forcing it in any way. Just observe the natural ebb and flow of your breath. As you breathe in, notice the breath in. As you breathe out, notice the breath out. Can you breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth? And maybe just a gentle audible sound to your breathing. Just noticing the rise and fall of the chest. And perhaps some subtle movement through the lower back or your shoulder blades as you breathe. And that's all you have to do. Just sit, breathe, notice. And then change the cross of your legs. And if that feels uncomfortable, if you don't like being cross-legged, you can extend the legs, or you can bring your legs with the soles of the feet together. Just like this. Which just feels more open in the hips and the knees, but your choice. And I want you to imagine the breath as a bit like a golden thread that travels up the body and travels down the body, sort of up and down the spine. The breath in yoga is this energy, it's called prana, so it's like this life force. So I want you to imagine the breath circulating around the body. So as you breathe in, breathe into your belly, breathe into your lower back, breathe out. As you breathe in again, that thread of the breath is going to travel up to the heart space. Feel the rib cage expand and breathe out. Follow the breath back to your belly. Breathe in again, follow the breath past the heart all the way up to your brow space. And as you breathe out, the breath travels back out and down. And again, breathe into your belly, breathe out. Breathe in, guide the breath up to your heart space, breathe out. Inhale, and the breath is going to travel all the way up to your brow space, a bit like a cool breeze. And as you breathe out, it travels back down. Good. And then return into your normal breath. So the in-breath is about opening and expanding, and the out-breath is very grounding. So this idea of earth and sky, breathing in and up to the sky and breathing out to the earth, keeping us grounded and steady. Inhale, we're going to reach both arms up. We're going to come into a lovely twist. So your right hand goes to your left knee, and the left hand goes behind you. I'm going to shift so you can see. My left hand behind, which acts as an extra support, supports my lower back. Breathe in and take the gaze over your left shoulder. So we're opening up our thoracic spine, our mid-spine here. This lovely twist, really energizing. So important for the spine, creating suppleness and movement. And then we're going to return back to center. Both arms reach up, so lift up out to the side waist, and then the left hand to the right knee, and the right hand behind you. Draw away from the ground, lengthen your spine, and turn and soften over your right shoulder. And just see how that feels in the body. As you breathe in, draw the energy up. And as you breathe out, you're deepening your twist. How does that feel? Body, mind, breath. Good. Slowly on your out breath, you come back to center. Lovely. From here, we are going to move into semi-supine. So we're going to come down to the ground. I'm going to adjust my screen. There we go, just so you can see everything clearly. There, that's better. So we are in semi-supine. So we're really supporting our lower back here. This is a lovely pose just for relaxing the lower back. I want you to bring your right knee in and interlink your hands over the right knee and extend your left leg away. And that left leg is rooting down on the ground. Good. And just take a moment here, breathing in. And as you breathe out, we're going to come into a twist again. So our right leg is going to come over to the left. And then the right hand extends out to the side in line with your shoulder. And your gaze stays up towards the sky. And then come back to your breathing. So don't worry if the knee's quite high up, that's fine. Just go to your natural, comfortable stretch. Breathing in, almost directing breath into your right hip, your right shoulder. So you're really opening up. And then bring the knee in. We're going to switch sides. So hug the knee in, and then it extends away. We're going to switch legs. Left knee draws in. Interlock your hands. Good. And really be aware of both your legs. So the left knee draws in, and the right leg, can you root it down on the ground? Can you notice your heel on the floor? Breathe in. And as you breathe out, the left knee travels over to the right. And the left arm extends. This is a real feeling of openness, and your palm is facing up towards the sky as well. So settle into the pose, and then bring the awareness back to the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Just to notice your breathing. When we notice our breath, it makes us feel present without having to try. Noticing the in-breath, noticing the out-breath. And then come back to center. Hug the knee in. And then extend the leg away. And both arms are going to reach up over your head. Now, if for any reason there's some tightness in the shoulders, you can bend at the elbows. So there's no pressure through the shoulders or the neck. Or if you can, arms outstretched. Just a lovely stretch through the spine. Stretch your toes away, fingers away. So this lovely opening up front and back of the body. And then hug the knees in. And release over. We're going to come up. All the way back up, no rush. So we're just gently opening up the spine, opening up our shoulders and our hips. And now we're going to bring the awareness to our legs. So we're going to take the right leg away and keep the left leg where it is. Now, please remember, for some of you, maybe the legs here is forward. That's absolutely fine. Comfortable maximum stretch. Or you may be able to take it out to the side, which is great also. Root down through your sit bones, lift up tall through the spine, and flex your foot. So there's real energy and openness through the soles of your feet. From here, take your right hand either to your shin or your toes. Left hand is going to reach up to the sky. You're going to reach up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, soften over. Once again, don't force, don't try and get down there because that's not safe for your body. You want to be gentle. So work with the breath as you breathe out and just stop when you finish your out breath. And that's where you should be. So the body, the mind, the breath working together. Relax your face. And then breathe in, reach up. Good. And we're going to switch sides. So the right leg comes in, the left leg extends away. Good. So this is really good for your hips and for, of course, working on your hamstrings, toning up your ankles, and very strengthening for the abdominals and your lower back. So really lovely pose. Left hand to left shin. The right arm reaches up. Breathe in. Breathing out. Good. Holding it there. Just seeing how it feels that side. Maybe shift your perspective. Those 5 points of of resilience. Just seeing if there's anything you can change this side to make it feel a little bit easier. Maybe you don't need to go as far. Inhale, come up. Exhale. And bring the leg in. From here, we are going to do an affirmation. Affirmations are something positive that you say to yourself in the present tense. And affirmations are just so important for our well-being. They're a lovely thing to do in a yoga class, and you can do them anywhere, anytime. So we're going to do one together. Let's do it. So you take the arms up, you breathe in, and as you breathe out internally to yourself, not out loud, just saying it to yourself in your mind, I feel calm. And just let that settle. And then again, inhale, draw the arms up. And as you breathe out, I feel steady. So I feel calm, I feel steady. We'll do that again. Inhale, reaching up. Breathing out, I feel calm. Just let that settle, let the hands, the heart space. Inhale, reach up. Bring the hands together, notice the palms pushing together. And as you breathe out, I feel steady. So I feel calm, I feel steady. So the words that we say to ourselves are powerful, the thoughts that we have about ourselves. So affirmations are a really positive way of talking to ourselves in a really healthy, balanced way and bringing ourselves into the present. So just allowing that idea of feeling calm and feeling steady sort of filter into your body for the rest of our practice. From here, we are going to come up into cat pose. So this is cat pose. I'll just adjust my mat again. Make sure you can see clearly. Good. So our hands are underneath our shoulders. Our knees are under our hips. Lift up gently through the abdominals. Don't force, just a gentle lift. And by doing that, it supports your lower back. Good. Crown of the head forwards and draw the tailbone away. Lovely. And then extend your right leg so it's in line with your hip. So you don't want to hyperextend, just halfway. And just settle the gaze between your hands, and you're really spreading out your fingers. So really being aware of your body, how it feels to be in this pose. Feel open through the face and the throat, steady breathing. And then your right leg is going to travel over, it's going to cross over your left leg, and the toes are going to land on the floor. And then you're going to push your way into your heel. So the toes land on the floor, but keep your gaze in between your hands. So we are really doing a lovely beneficial stretch to our right hip, right rib cage, right lung. Steady breathing here. And then gently lift the leg up, and then come to center, and then bring the knee down. We're going to go to the other side. So coming back to the idea of 5 things. Of course, this is exercise, so we're looking after our bodies here. Looking after our joints, our muscles, our heart, the lungs, digestive system. So really nourishing ourselves in our yoga practice today. So from here, the left leg is going to travel over to the right, and it's going to gently land on the ground and push into that heel. So as soon as you push into that heel, do you feel that length through your lower back, through your spine? Lots of lovely space. Holding it there. Well done. I'm sure you're doing an amazing job, especially if you've not done yoga before. Really well done. It's nice to have you here. And bring the leg up and to center. Bring the knee in. And we're going to rest now. We're going to come into child pose. So this is called Balasana. Bala means child. So we're going to rest all the way down. So maybe for some of you, the forehead's on the ground. Don't worry if it isn't, if it's halfway. You can stack your fists, you can rest your forehead halfway. So do what feels comfortable. You can have the knees quite wide or close together. Just find where feels comfortable. So I'm going to let you stay there for a bit and I'll come up. So this is a very restorative posture, very calming. Just gently lowers the heart rates and brings the awareness in, that lovely feeling of drawing inwards. And if the forehead is on the ground, just really allow the ground to sort of hold your head so it feels supported. This is a lovely pose to do before bed as well. So when we talked about resilience, the theme of sleeping well, this is a lovely pose to help. Lovely, gently come back up to cat. This is that cat pose. And from here, we're going to make our way into downward facing dog. So we tuck our toes under, hands are shoulder width apart, gently lift the knees up, downward dog. So if this feels too much, you can bend the knees first, or you can just gently pad the feet. So you're really working into your hips and your hamstrings. Good. And then come into a steady down dog. So this is a very dynamic posture, very strengthening for your wrists and your ankles. Holding it here, and can you take your gaze just to look between the toes? Relax the face, feel really open through the shoulders. Draw the hips back. Good. And then bring the knees down. And let's rest. Then come all the way down back to child pose. Well done. It's a strong pose. So at any point, I want you to rest. Good. So I really want you to enjoy the class today. I'm right here with you. So just less is more. I just want you to think about the breath, looking after yourself from the inside out. Time for yourself. Gently come up to cat. We're going to tuck the toes under. Let's come back to down dog. Breathe in. So that in breath helps us come up. And as we breathe out, the out breath helps us unfold into the posture. So we're in down dog. And if you want to rest, you can rest. You can stop, come back to cat or child pose. This is your practice. Do what feels right for you. And we're slowly going to walk our feet. We're going to pad our feet into forward fold. So in yoga, we call this Uttanasana, downward Uttanasana. And I want you to relax your head and neck. And your feet are hip width apart. I'll show you this way, hip width. And if you want to bend your knees, you can. And the hands don't have to come to the floor. Maybe they're here, and that's fine. You can bend the knees. In yoga, there's always modifications. Good. Or maybe the fingertips touch. Well done. From here, I want you to bend your knees, and we're slowly going to arrive all the way up to standing, to mountain pose. Sorry, I have to adjust the screen again. There we go. So we have made it to standing. So in yoga, this is called Tadasana. Tada means mountain. So strong and steady like a mountain. Notice your feet, perhaps your big toes, your little toes, and your heels. Root them into the ground. So you've got this lovely energy from the ground all the way up. Roll the shoulders back. Lovely. So really opening up. Because we spend so much time perhaps at a desk, often doing this. So this is really lovely just for opening up the spine, the collarbones, the rib cage. I'm now going to teach you ocean breath, which is a really lovely breathing practice for bringing you into the present moment and feeling steady and connecting to your breath. So you take your right hand and your palm is facing up, just at your belly. I want you to breathe in through your nose, and as you breathe in through your nose, the hand travels up. And as you breathe out, you turn the palm the other way and breathe out and sigh out through your mouth, which sounds like the ocean. And again, inhale, draw the energy of the breath, traveling up the body, breathe in. And as you breathe out, the palm turns the other way, empty out fully. Inhale. Exhale. Do that one more time. Inhale. Travel the breath up. And as you breathe out, sighing out like the sound of the ocean. And then release the hand. And perhaps just noticing the effects of that practice. So by slowing the breath down, we lower our heart rate, we soothe our immune system. And by listening to the breath, it immediately brings us into the present moment. So just being here, just as things are. Good. So from here, we're going to wake up the whole body, so full body stretch. So we reach up into a star shape. So our toes are turning out just slightly. We're going to reach up, you're going to breathe in. And as you breathe out, your right knee bends. And the arms swing back and you draw back. Inhale, you come back to your star. And as you breathe out, you go to the left. So you bend the left knee. You draw back. Inhale, come up. And of course, I don't want anyone to feel dizzy. So keep the gaze forward. If you're prone to dizziness, just look forward and you can do it that way. Or if not, the head can release as well. Inhale. So this is really lovely to do in the morning, just to create some energy and movement. And release. Let's go to the right. Inhale to come up. We'll use your core to bring you up. And as you exhale, let it go. Inhale, come up. And release the hands. And heel toe the feet together. Good. From here, we're going to do warrior one pose. So we'll do it all together. So we're going to bring our right foot forward, the left foot back, and the left heel turns out. So it's not forward, we're just gently turning it out to a 45-degree angle. And we're in line with our hips, so we're like train tracks. So we're not like this, because then we're not balanced. So hip width apart. Root your feet down to the ground, to the earth. And by doing that, then that draws the energy up through your ankles, your knees, your hips, you're lifted. Smooth inhale, breathing in. Breathe into the sky. And as you breathe out, Bring the hands down towards the ground. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. Smooth inhale, breathing in. Breathing out. Good. We're going to switch sides. So now left foot forward, right foot out. Good. Just seeing how it feels this side. So our theme today is about resilience. And if you remember the slide, I talked about learning from our mistakes. So in yoga, often we have to do something on the right side, and then we have to do the left side. So if anything didn't feel right the first time round, we get a chance to try again and see if we can do it a little bit better this time. So root the feet down. Lifting up towards you, the crown of the head. Smooth inhale and lift up. And can you just focus on your breathing? Breathe out. So breath first and the body follows. Trust in the breath. It's at the heart of yoga practice. Breathing mindfully is so good for us. Such a simple thing to do. Breathing in, breathing out. Well done. Come forward. So that was warrior one. We're now going to do warrior two pose. So I'm going to turn to the side for this. So our right foot is forward and our left foot is back. And as you can see, my foot once again, just turning in slightly. And just as a guide, your heels are in line with each other. Reach the arms away. So your hands are in line with your shoulders. And I want you to take your gaze over your right arm. That's it. And then you're going to do a deep bend through your right knee. And make sure you're being safe. So your right knee is in line with your heel. You don't want your knee over your toes, because that's not good for your knees. So use your foot. So you should be able to see your toes over your knee. Draw that left shoulder back. Lovely warrior two, so a really courageous pose, which we all need at the moment during this time. So feeling really courageous. And as you breathe in, you straighten your front leg. And as you breathe out, lovely deep bend in the knee. Again, inhale, breathing in, nourishing the body, inviting that lovely oxygen into the lungs. Breathe out. Breathing in, breathe out, hold it there. Just take the gaze past the fingers. I feel calm, I feel steady. Good, slowly come up. We're going to switch sides, right foot in, left foot out. Let's go to the other side and see how it feels. Can be quite tiring on the arms, so maybe just take a moment. Release the hands, and then when you're ready, you can reach them back out. Good. Well done, everyone. Good. Take the gaze over your left shoulder. So often in this pose, there's a tendency to drop this hand, the back hand. Keep it lifted, so it's in line with this one. Breathing in. Straighten the leg, breathing out, soften to the ground. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale. Don't force the breath if you're not used to breathing in this way. So you're just gently breathing in, you're gently breathing out. Hold it there. Good. And then release. Well done. And then we're going to come back round warrior two. We're back here again, warrior two, and the left arm is going to drop, and the right arm is going to come up. This is called exalted warrior. You're going to reach the arm up to the sky, and your left shoulder is going to soften away from your ears. So don't hunch up, just let it go. And reach up, and maybe you come all the way over, or maybe halfway. Your choice, your practice. So just adapting to whatever feels best for you. And come back. And we're going to switch sides, right foot in, left foot out. Good. So these are really good for our cardiovascular system. These are strong poses, good for stamina and strength, especially through our legs. Good. Right hand softens to the back leg. The left arm is going to reach up, and then it's going to soften all the way over. All halfway, up to you. Breathe. Really looking after your body, your breathing. And then back. And slowly come up. Heel toe the feet together. Good. So we're now going to come into Trikonasana, which is triangle pose. So it's our right foot forward again, and the left foot back, but not as wide as Warrior One and Warrior Two. And once again, that back foot turns in, and the heels are in line with each other. And the arms reach out together. Shoulders away from the ears as your face relaxed. Relax your jaw. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're going to reach over the right leg as if you're going to go grab something. And then once you've lengthened through both sides of the body, through your waist rather, you can come all the way down into Trikonasana, and you're going to take your gaze up. And if that feels too strong, if that doesn't feel right for you, especially if you've not done yoga before, you can bend the knee. It's absolutely fine. Keep a bend, or don't come as far down. So always being gentle with yourself. We learn so much more when we don't overdo things, when we step back. That idea of perspective. Good, we're going to come up. We breathe in and we breathe out. And the right leg turns in, left leg turns out. Let's see how it feels this side. So Trikonasana. We're going to reach forward as if we're going to grab something. And just by doing that, it lengthens the waist. So we're creating space before we come down. So we're toning up our spine here. Strengthening the legs. Of course, bend the knee if you need. Breathe. Just breathe. Notice your breath in. Notice your breath out. Inhale up. And come back. Well done. From here, tree pose. So we're going to take the weight onto the right leg. So this is a really lovely pose for clarity of mind, for focus. This is a pose you can do anytime, anywhere, where you just want to feel grounded and balanced. So of course this is a balancing pose, but this pose also helps us to feel balanced in our minds, steady in our minds too. So we're going to take the weight onto our right leg and lift the left leg up just for a moment and just find your center of balance, because of course that shifts when we're on one leg. Lift up through your inner arch, and then you can bring your foot to the floor, so your toes are on the floor, step one, or halfway, or maybe the sole of the foot can come all the way up. Just make sure that your foot is not on your knee, because that's not good for the knee. And if you need to go against the wall, you can bounce against the wall. Really lift up, feeling tall. So the hips are forward, you're just opening up through the thigh. Hips are forward. Smooth it out, breathing in, feeling steady, feeling calm. Tree pose. Find your gaze point. So just find something. In yoga we call it your drishti point. Finding something to stay focused on will help you. Lovely. Well done, everyone. I'm sure there's some amazing trees. Breathe out. And then bring the leg down. And then the right leg comes up. And see how it feels this side. Often in a balancing pose, one side is more balanced than the other. This is my slightly wobbly side. That's okay. Good. And breathe with me. Invite the breath in. Good. Breathing out. And again. In, out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Final one. You're going to breathe in. You're going to hold it there. Good. Steady breath. And then breathe out. Good. So remember, you can do that next to a wall as well. Just takes practice. But a really lovely pose. So we're going to follow that on slightly with a really lovely sequence. So we bring our right knee up. If I show you from this way, my right knee is in line with my hip. But if your leg's lower, that's fine too. So find your gaze point, find something to sort of concentrate on, and it will help you balance. You're going to bring your right arm up, left arm underneath. As you breathe in, lift up, and as you breathe out, you're going to extend forward. And as you breathe in, the arms are going to switch sides. Now the left arm is on top. And then you're going to breathe out, take gaze to the floor. And then you're going to breathe in and you're going to switch arms. So now the right arm is on top. You're going to release. And just take a moment, ease out the hips. Then we'll do the left leg comes up, the left arm, and the right arm underneath. I'm going to show you from the side. Breathing in, and then as you breathe out, see how my knee stays bent? Open it up. And then inhale, right arm on top. Breathing out. Breathing in, switch arms. Good. Left arm on top. And then bring the hands down. Good. From here, go to the front of your mat, or if there's no mat, just take a step forward. Reach the arms up. Bring the hands down. Good. Take the left leg back. Take the right leg back. Good. And then knees to the floor. And ease all the way back to child pose. From here, as you breathe in, hands are shoulder width apart. And I want you to travel your heart, travel your body through the hands, all the way down. And your hands are underneath your shoulders, and your elbows are towards your ribs. And just notice the front of the body as it rests on the ground. Notice the breath as you breathe in, and as you breathe out. On your next breath in, keep your belly button on the floor and just bring your heart and your face forward. And then breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, you're going to push up to cat. And then all the way back to child pose. And slowly come up. Well done, everyone. So that's our main physical practice. We are now going to wind things down. So actually, let's just ease out our lower backs before we do our relaxation. So I just want you to come down to the ground, and can you bring your knees into your chest? And then just gentle rolls left and right. So we've done some strong standing poses. So this just eases out the hips, relaxes the legs. You can hug your head in, ease out the neck. Good. And then slowly come back up. Okay, just going to adjust the camera again, just so you can see me a bit more clearly. Come a bit closer. There we go. So well done, everyone. So to close, I am going to take you through a meditation. It's called colour breathing. It is a really lovely practice, very calming, very restorative. So I really hope you enjoy it. I think it'd be really nice to do it sitting up in cross-leg, or feet together, soles of the feet together, and you can rest this way. So just making sure you feel really comfortable. So I'm just going to adjust the screen. That's better. Okay, good. So finding a comfortable position, and I want you to close your eyes, or you can just soften the gaze. I'm not going anywhere, I'm right here to guide you through the relaxation. So just taking a moment after our practice, just to relax the body, and just coming back to a quiet space. Just letting go of the physical practice. And just coming into this quiet space. Softening the gaze or closing your eyes. And begin to focus on the breathing in the belly. Feel the belly rise. Feel the belly fall. Just notice your breathing. After a few moments, begin to think of a colour that seems soft, soothing, and supportive. It can be a warm colour, a bright colour. Be as creative as you want, a mix of colours. And imagine that colour has filled the air around you. As you breathe in, imagine this calming breath has filled your whole body, allowing you to relax. As you breathe out, imagine the colour leaving your body, taking away any stress or worry. We'll do that a few times. So, imagining your colour. As you breathe in, imagine this supportive, wonderful colour filling your whole body as you breathe in. So breathe in. And as you do so, it allows you to relax. As you breathe out the colour it's leaving your body, and with it, it takes any stress, any worry away. I want you to do that a few times for yourself. Just create some quiet space. You can keep with the same colour or a different colour. As the colour enters your body, it relaxes you. And as the colour leaves your body, it takes out any stress. And your final out breath, just returning to normal breathing. You can gently open the eyes. And so that's a lovely meditation you can do anytime, anywhere. It's such a lovely sort of creative idea of thinking of a colour that you love, that you connect with, and it entering your body and making you feel relaxed. And as you breathe out, that colour sort of takes away any stresses, just for a moment. So from here we move into full relaxation, full meditation, which is just as important as all the physical yoga poses that we do. So I want you to make yourself feel really comfortable. So you can lie down either in semi-supine, which is this, or in full yoga pose. Or you can stay sitting up. And if you have a blanket, you can grab a blanket or a jumper or socks, whatever you need to feel really comfortable. Apologies, everyone, it's my dog. Sorry, this is my dog, Clover. Come to join us for relaxation. So making yourself feel really comfortable. And perhaps just feeling the effects of the practice today, how you now feel when you first started the class to how you're feeling now. I always say it matters that you notice. So relaxing your hands, relaxing your feet. Can you relax your arms and relax your legs? Feeling soft through the belly and through the heart, the lungs, the rib cage. And an openness through the shoulders and the hips. And really allowing the back of the head to rest on the ground beneath. So allow the back of the body to feel completely supported by the earth. And feeling really open through the front body. So a conscious awareness that you're relaxing your body. And by doing that, that naturally lowers your heart rate, slows your breathing, which in turn is sending a message to your brain that you feel calm. So just bringing your body into its natural state. Gently bringing the awareness to your breathing. Breathing in, notice the breath in. As you breathe out, Notice the breath out. Perhaps just noticing the rise and fall of the chest, that natural ebb and flow, that constant of our breathing. And of course, thoughts will come and go, and that's okay, just acknowledging what's there. But then just allow it to let go and come back to your breath, come back to that present moment. I relax my feet. My feet are relaxed. I relax my belly. My belly is relaxed. I relax my heart. My heart is relaxed. I relax my face. My face is relaxed. From here, moving into complete relaxation. Just remembering that I'm here, just imagining I'm by your side. So you're completely safe just to let go, to rest. And in a few minutes, I will gently bring you back. Let go. And just gently bringing the attention back into your fingers and your toes. Just gently coming back into the sensations of your body. Keeping that awareness of the breath. And really retaining that sense of feeling calm and feeling steady. And of our theme today of resilience and adaptability. Through sleeping well, learning from mistakes, exercise, perspective, and getting to know ourselves, our true self. So just allowing all those things to settle. And then from here, you can gently guide each knee into the chest and just ease out your lower back again. Just gentle massage left and right, no rush. And then gently find your way up to your yoga seat. Breathing into the belly, breathing out. Breathing in up to the heart center, breathing out. Inhale, guiding the breath all the way up to the brow space, almost like a cool breeze, clearing the head. Breathing out, emptying out anything you don't need. And then bring the arms all the way up, lovely stretch. And then bringing the hands together at the heart space, putting that connection between the palms. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure to teach you today. I really hope you enjoyed our session, and I really encourage you to make use of all the Big Chill events that are happening with East Kent Schools Together. So enjoy, and hopefully I will meet you at some point. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.